with Gauge Girl Training. And part of my appearance, I just finished my morning cardio, but I wanted to come on here and talk to you guys about a really important topic. And today's video is called, Can You Lose Weight If Your Hormones Are Out of Whack? And I'm going to go through a lot of the different signs that your hormones are out of whack so you can know if this applies to you and how and why it may be negatively impacting your fat loss goals. So I'm really thrilled to be here, and I wanted to give you guys a couple announcements as we are heading into Memorial Day weekend. And we are one day out for the enrollment for the summer challenge, the 42 Hard Summer Challenge to end. So meaning you have one more day to get in on the early bird pricing for the 42 Hard Summer Challenge. So that includes one-on-one online coaching with me. And if you don't do the coaching package, there is a macros only and workout. So what you get is you get coaching with me via app. This is the last challenge of the year that I will be doing the one-on-one coaching through the app. I will no longer be doing the coaching with the challenges. That won't be an offer for the rest of the year. So that's only going to be this next challenge. So if you want in on that, you guys have to head over to gaugegirltraining.com to get in on that early bird pricing, because the price is going to go up after Friday. We have a Memorial Day sale on Gauge Life on the Hormone Reset mini bundle. So check that out. And I'm gonna just jump right into it. So if you are joining me, please comment in the chat, say hello, comment where you are from, and just say hello, because I love to interact with you guys during these live streams. If you aren't dropping weight and you are eating in a caloric deficit, it is a sign that something is inherently off. And that's what today's video is all about. Can you still lose weight if your hormones are out of whack? So the major things that you guys want to be looking out for now, keep in mind, this could be metabolic, this could be hormonal, this could be inflammation, it could be related to your cycle. But if you notice, the first thing that if you notice that if your weight is primarily stored in your midsection, in your torso, and you have more of an apple shape to your physique, this is one of the signs that you are dealing with a hormone issue. So for those of you guys who are just joining the live stream, welcome. It is Christine with Gauge Girl Training, online meal planning and coaching service. Part of the appearance, I just finished my cardio and I wanted to pop on here and talk to you guys. So I'm just keeping it real. We have no makeup, we have no filters, we have no concealer, we have none of the things today. So I would love it if you guys would take 2 seconds to give the live stream a thumbs up. You just tap the 3 dots on the bottom of your bottom right-hand corner of your screen, and that will lead you to the point where you can do a thumbs up. So please take 2 seconds, my friends. It helps your girl out a lot. But the thing is, can you lose weight if your hormones are out of whack? And it's going to be a challenge. It is going to be a big, big challenge. So if you have unexplained weight gain, meaning you're gaining weight and you feel overall that like you are eating healthy. Hey guys, I appreciate you, Joshua, Tree, Michaela, Trina. Appreciate you guys being here very much. If you have unexplained weight gain and it's just coming on and you feel you're eating pretty healthy, you are moving, you are working out, that is a sign that something underlying is hormonal. The next sign is if you have noticed that there is a shift in your fat distribution pattern to be more centralized to the midsection. Maybe you used to gain weight relatively evenly. Maybe you had more weight in your thighs and your hips and your glutes. But now if you have a belly, like a legit belly, meaning you have stored fat in your abdomen that was not there before, that is a sign that there is something hormonal going on. Heavier, painful periods, fatigue no matter how much you slept, uncontrollable sugar cravings, mood swings, low libido, headaches and migraines, fibroids, endometriosis, ovarian cysts, acne, oily skin and hair. Do I have tips on gaining weight as an ex-anorectic girly? Yes, I do. I would encourage you to do something custom with that, because that's going to be the best way to help. But that could also be a separate topic, which we could address offline. But I would be happy to help you personally if you want help. Um, Email me, info@gaugegirltraining.com, or message me on Instagram. Breast tenderness and hair loss. So here's the thing, my friends. A lot of people ask me, well, do I need to get my hormones tested? Do I need to get my hormones tested to figure out if that's the real reason why I can't lose body fat? You can. Don't get me wrong. You absolutely can. And your doctor says your hormones are fine. So you see, that is where there's a problem. I'm gonna tell you why. Crystal trains. So here's the thing. Your doctors can tell you that your hormones are fine, but there is a very big difference between optimal and normal. I would say normal is this. I'd say optimal is this. Does that make sense? So meaning the ranges that are considered normal are pretty broad, but I'm going to tell you a story. So last week I posted a video explaining one thing that you need to look closer at when it comes to reviewing your lab data, when it comes to looking at your hormones. And that is looking at the ratio of your estrogen to your progesterone level. And there's an online calculator. Let me Google it real quick, just so I can show you guys. You guys want to see it? Because there is an online calculator. Oops, I gotta close some things off of my screen so you guys can't see my other projects that I'm working on because they're a surprise. But all right, here we go. Okay, so I'm on omnicalculator.com. And there is a calculator here where you can enter your progesterone levels and your estradiol levels. And based off of this ratio that it is going to give you, it is going to tell you whether or not your ranges are optimal. So estrogen dominance is if this ratio is under 100, and progesterone dominance is if it's over 500. So guys, please screenshot this or write this down, omnicalculator.com. Do this test because this is going to tell you a lot more, and I'm going to tell you why. Your progesterone levels could be normal. Your estrogen levels could be normal. However, that doesn't mean that the ratio of those two things are normal, and that ratio is what you want to look out for. Because let's just keep it real for a second here, if I may. I'm going to get on my soapbox. How many of you ladies watching this, and when I just read off the symptoms that I was just talking about, low libido, painful periods, weight gain that's just not going away, feeling sluggish no matter how much you sleep, feeling tired, retaining water, mood swings, like you are in pain, like you are really struggling to lose weight no matter how hard you try, you eat in a caloric deficit, you exercise regularly, and guys, a woman inherently knows when something is wrong. Can we please not rule out female intuition? And before every single person says, well, that's not scientific, or the labs don't show that, guys, how many of you know when something's wrong with your body? You know in your bones. And I think that women need to stop doubting ourselves when we really feel like, you know what, something feels a little bit off, like something feels different, like it didn't used to be this difficult. And I am not making excuses. I am not justifying laziness. I am not trying to condone all the things and kiss your boo-boos and make you guys feel justified. But I have had so many clients over the last couple years who have been medically gaslit by their doctors, leaving doctors' offices in tears, legit in tears, where they're like, there's nothing wrong with you. They're like, there's nothing wrong with you. You're fine. Your labs are normal. And just dismiss, just lose weight, just eat better, just do this, just do that. And the thing is, if it were that simple, you think we all wouldn't have done it by now? And that's the part that frustrates me. Crystal Train says, it's frustrating going to the doctor because I've been told I need to stop eating chips and soda, and I don't eat junk foods like that. It's rare. And this is the problem. This is the problem. So here's what we're going to talk about, guys. Can you lose weight if your hormones are out of whack? The answer, of course, is a resounding yes. But I need you guys to erase everything that you know about weight loss. Now, you might be like, Christine, how do I erase everything I know about weight loss? Because when it is hormonal, when the issue is hormonal, you have to approach it completely differently. Completely differently. We all know, somebody here says, super processed food is killing us. It's all processed, even the healthy food. And you're not wrong. You're not wrong. We need to become our own best advocates. And the thing is, if you go too low in calories, that is going to lead to nutrient deficiencies. How many of you guys are like, well, I just need to eat less? Maybe you're thinking about lipo. Maybe you're thinking about going on Ozempic. Maybe you're thinking about doing all the things. Guys, I get it. And there are valid reasons to go a lot of different ways. But here's what I want to tell you about your hormones. Everybody tells you you need to be in a caloric deficit. So what's that mean? Eat less. For lack of better words, eat less. The problem is, if you eat too little, you're going to experience nutrient deficiencies. Those nutrient deficiencies will result in imbalances that can end up compromising fertility, that can lead to weight gain, that can reduce your metabolism, that can lead to depression, that can lead to sarcopenia, and which means the loss of muscle mass. So I can't tell you how many women who have come to me who have been eating 1,200 calories a day or less, exercising daily for 1 to 2 hours a day, and are unable to lose weight. So in theory, you should be able to lose weight if you are burning more calories than you consume. But if that is not happening, it is an indicator that something else is happening, and it's typically hormonal. So hormones are hands down the most misunderstood variable in the weight loss equation for women. For women, and I specify for women because 99.9% of all of the studies of everything that we know about fat loss, about protein muscle synthesis, all of these types of things, these studies are all based off of men. They are not based off of women in their 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s. Like, these studies are based off of men. And Crystal says, some doctors look at me like I'm lying when they see me and my weight, and they say there's no way I work out like I do, eat how I do, that it's impossible for me to still be this size. That, like, I feel your pain, Crystal. I feel her pain, and I'm sure many others watching this feel her pain as well, because the problem is she hasn't, like, what does she have to gain from lying to her doctor? She's there to get help. She's there to get advice. She's there to have somebody explain to her why is this happening to her body and how can she overcome it, not tell her she's a liar. Do you understand what I'm saying? So what I'm going to tell you guys is, number one, I believe you. Number one, I believe you because I know you. I know what you guys are going through. And if you are just joining and you are just tapping in and you are enjoying this live stream, I'm going to ask you guys all to take 2 seconds to give the live stream a thumbs up. You tap the 3 dots on the bottom right-hand corner and give it a thumbs up. It really helps your girl out very, very much on the YouTube channel so I can keep doing this. So thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it. So you probably didn't know that you can balance and reset your hormones utilizing scientifically proven nutrition strategies for the most common endocrine disorders impacting women today. And you don't know this. I'm going to tell you why you don't know this. You don't know this because doctors prescribe the pill as the one-size-fits-all solution for correcting the problem to hormone imbalance. They don't address the root of the problem. They slap a Band-Aid on it and say, everybody take the pill. And the problem is, you need to know that over 50% of women in America are on the pill not for contraceptive use. 50% of all scripts for this drug, which is created to prevent pregnancy, people are not on it to prevent pregnancy. They're on it to regulate their hormones. And the thing is, these doctors are making bank off of you left and right, and they don't address the root of the problem. You need to know that there is a better way that you can navigate your hormone health with practical strategies. And I'm going to tell you exactly what those strategies are in this video today, because I want you guys to finally feel like yourself again. So if you haven't felt like yourself in years, you probably find yourself in what I like to call survival mode. Maybe you don't want your photo of yourself taken as much. Maybe you dress in a way that kind of hides your body so you don't feel self-conscious. And every year you tell yourself that this is going to be the year I'm going to get it together. This is going to be the year I'm going to get it together. And let's say your closet. How many of you have a closet that is filled with a range of clothing sizes? And there's clothes in your closet right now that don't fit you, but in the back of your mind, you're holding out the hope that one day you can fit into these clothes again. And one day you will want your photo taken again. And one day you don't need to dress in tent-like clothing because you are so self-conscious about the way you feel and the way you look. And here's the thing, you are overwhelmed by the demands of life. Guys, who is overwhelmed by the demands of life? You genuinely want to eat better. Like, yes, like you genuinely want to eat better. You want to exercise more, but you find yourself succumbing to the convenience of comfort. And I'm going to tell you guys why you do that. You succumb to comfort not because you're weak-willed. It's because your body is craving a dopamine spike. Your body is craving that dopamine because your mood is jacked up. Your mood is jacked up because your hormones are out of whack. So when you're craving comfort and you're craving sugar and you're craving alcohol, your body doesn't want the sugar. Your body doesn't want the alcohol. Your body wants the dopamine so you don't feel like shit. Pardon my French. And Michaela says, I'm worried about meeting people because I don't want to be judged. And like, what the women are dealing with is very, very, very real, and it feels like a losing battle. And here's the thing. So let's say you finally muster up the strength and you muster up the energy and you say, okay, I'm going to recommit myself. I'm going to do this. I got this. I'm ready. You got your water bottle. You're going to go to the grocery store and you're ready. But here's the problem. You're met with challenges that you didn't anticipate. And all of a sudden, in your heart and in your mind, you want to do this. But guess what? You're exhausted. You are fatigued. You are physically and mentally burned out, and you want to do better. You want to do better. It's not that you don't want to. You have the desire in your heart. You have the desire in your soul. You have the desire in your mind. You want to do better. But you're just in this burnout, exhausted funk. And if this is you and you're finding it more and more and more and more difficult to lose body fat, you are experiencing a hormonal shift. You are experiencing a hormonal shift that you have no idea even happened to you. So with that being said, I want you to understand that the signs that I've described, unexplained weight gain, a shifted fat distribution pattern to the abdomen, giving you an apple shape, heavy painful periods, fatigue no matter how much you slept, uncontrollable sugar cravings, mood swings, low libido, headaches, migraines, fibroids, endometriosis, ovarian cysts, acne, oily skin and hair, breast tenderness and pain, fibrocystic breasts, hair loss. Maybe you're starting to get like a darkening on your neck and your armpits, skin tags, all of these things, you guys. The number one thing that you guys need to grasp when it comes to hormones is that they are biochemical messengers that are directly secreted into the blood and they're transported to the various organs. So the thing is, a caloric deficit that doesn't guarantee that your blood sugar is going to be stable. And that is the foundation of balanced hormones. The foundation of hormone balance is stable blood sugar. Stable blood sugar. I'm going to start there. So the thing is, I want you guys to ask yourself, not only do your calories need to be dialed in to support fat loss, they need to be dialed in from the perspective of blood sugar management to counter insulin resistance. So what hormone tests do we specifically ask for when we go to the doctor? You want to ask for your A1C, your hemoglobin A1C. So you want your A1C, you want your fasting blood glucose. That's going to take care of the insulin and blood sugar management side of things. You want to ask for your cortisol. You want to ask for a thyroid panel. You want your estradiol, your testosterone, your DHEA, and your progesterone. That's what you need tested. That is what we need tested. Now, blood sugar management. A lot of times you could be in a caloric deficit, but your macros aren't set up for your blood sugar to be stable. Guys, all of these junk foods and snacks and candies and things, they are designed to keep your blood sugar out of whack. So that way it keeps you hungry and craving more. It's just like the doctors don't really want to solve your problem. They just want to write you a script. Like, do you think that these big food companies are really trying to satiate your appetite? No, they want to keep you hungry. They want to keep you stuck on stupid. They want to keep you craving all the things. So, you've been working out for years, eating healthy, you've done everything you can do, but I still struggle to lose your belly and you have a hard time gaining muscle weight in the legs. So the hormones, again, that you want to have tested. So the first test you want to get is your A1C. You want to get your fasting blood glucose. You want to get those things done right away. The next thing you want to do is you want to get your estradiol. You want your progesterone. Estradiol and progesterone, because that'll be able to help us determine if you have estrogen dominance or not, which is very, very common. The next thing you want to do is DHEA. You want your testosterone looked at. We definitely want those hormones looked at. You want your cortisol looked at. Add your vitamin D in there. Definitely add your vitamin D. And then you want a full thyroid panel. T3, T4, and TSH. So how do you stop the cravings? You need to start eating in a way that is going to regulate your blood sugar. What I mean is you want your meals to be focused on proteins, fiber, and fat. You want protein, fiber, fat. That is going to help keep your blood sugar stable. And this goes for anybody, you guys. If any of you guys are watching this, and let's just say you binged. Let's just say you just ate potato chips. Or let's say like you just ate like shit for the last week. I don't care what happened yesterday. I don't care what happened this morning. I don't care what you're doing right now. If your eating has been off, the first thing you want to do after a binge or poor nutrition is you want to eat in a way that's going to support blood sugar management. Do I have all of those tests listed on my site somewhere? I have them on different videos, but what I can do is I can list them on my website eventually. So with that being said, what I want you guys to do is I want you guys to start eating in a way that is going to support blood sugar management. So the thing is, when you eat plenty of dietary fats, that is going to stabilize your blood sugar. When you eat fiber, that's going to stabilize your blood sugar. And you have protein that is going to help slow blood sugar spikes. So anytime you do eat carbs, meaning starchy carbs, if you are going to eat starchy carbs, always eat it with something else, meaning don't eat a straight carb by itself. You always want to pair it with like a protein or a fat. You always want to pair a carb with something else so you can slow down the rate of that blood sugar spike. If you're finding this information helpful, useful, beneficial, I would love it if you guys would take 2 seconds and give this live stream a thumbs up. There are 3 dots at the bottom right-hand corner of your screen where you can find the thumbs up button. I would love it if you guys would do that because it really helps out the algorithm here on YouTube. That's the least I would appreciate you guys can do. So estrogen dominance, that is what happens when your estrogen levels are high relative to your progesterone. And I showed you guys the online calculator of how you can do that. And do you guys want me to show you the calculator one more time? Do I read test results? The answer is yes, I do, and you can schedule a consultation. But I did want to remind you guys, I have something really big that I'm working on that will be out later this year, that you guys are not going to want to miss because it has to deal with everything that I'm talking about, and you guys will be very, very pleased. I'm going to show you guys one more time the calculator. All right, guys, I'm going to show you guys one more time. Make sure you write this down or take a screenshot. Progesterone to estrogen calculator. The website here is omnicalculator.com. What you do is you enter your progesterone and your estradiol levels, and it's going to give you a ratio. If this ratio, because then you can get this tested. Now, when you get this stuff tested, if you are still getting your period, make sure you get this tested between days 17 and 22 of your cycle, with day 1 being the day that you start bleeding. So with that being said, all right, so make sure you do that. Now the ratio is between 100 and 500, and that's normal. If it's under 100, that's an issue. If it's over 500, that's an issue. But most ladies, I had a client the other day, her number right here was like 120, and she was right on the border of it being estrogen dominance, and she had no idea. She had no idea. Her doctor's like, you're fine. And I said, well, let me see your labs. And I ran the numbers for her, and I looked at it, and I was like, I said, listen, you don't have estrogen dominance, but you're really, really close. You're really, really close. So what would be good carbs that I can eat? I'm currently on keto to help your PCOS, but I'm working to find the right diet and nutritional answers that will help PCOS specifically. And I'm really glad you brought that up, Elizabeth, because when I developed my hormone reset protocol, I was inspired by a client who has PCOS, who was actually a family member. And this was, oh my goodness, 7 years ago. 7 years ago, my cousin has PCOS, was told that she could never conceive, had all the issues, and she and I dug really, really, really deep, looked at all the labs, really changed up her nutrition, and that is where the hormone reset protocol was born. My hormone reset protocol is a game-changing nutrition plan. It will reset and rebalance your hormones. It is on sale right now. It's on my website. You guys can go to gaugegirltraining.com. Yes, so no, naturally shy. So I hope I didn't say your name wrong. Day 17, so day 1 is the day you start bleeding. Day 1 is the day you start bleeding. The first day you see blood is day 1. So you count from there, not after the period ends. So day 1 is always the first day you start bleeding. And I hope that was helpful. So, but if anybody wants a nutrition protocol, I would strongly encourage you guys to get on the hormone reset. It is a game changer because it's going to stabilize your blood sugar. Will we be able to rewatch this live? Absolutely, and Grubs, absolutely. And what I would love it for you guys to do for me is, when you have a chance, any questions you genuinely have, please put them in the comment section once this video is on the channel, because I will go through those and I want to address those questions in the form of videos, so that way you guys can really have your questions answered. I really want to answer your questions in as much detail as possible. So back to estrogen dominance. Estrogen dominance is a metabolic condition that requires a very different approach to weight loss compared to conventional dieting approaches. And so conventional dieting tells you eat less, exercise more. The calories in, calories out equation, it doesn't necessarily apply to situations that include insulin resistance, PCOS, thyroid issues, autoimmune disorders, endometriosis, estrogen dominance, insulin resistance, and imbalanced hormones. And the thing is, when you have a metabolic condition where the endocrine system is imbalanced, addressing that hormone imbalance needs to be your number one priority. Your body is biochemically unable to use fat for fuel until your hormones are properly balanced. Again, I'm going to repeat that. Your body is biochemically unable to use fat for fuel until your hormones are properly balanced. And unfortunately for my ladies who have estrogen dominance, it feeds a vicious cycle of weight gain for women, because here's why. If you have too much estrogen, that is going to cause the body to store too much estrogen in the body that is not broken down and eliminated by the liver is going to program your fat cells to store more fat. And then the more fat these cells store, the more estrogen they give out. It's a terrible cycle. And if you are stuck and frustrated and you feel like you're getting nowhere, that is why. Again, I'm going to repeat this. I'm going to repeat this one more time because this is kind of complex. So I want you guys to stay with me. Just stay with me on this. Too much estrogen in the body. Again, when I say too much estrogen, I mean too much estrogen relative to progesterone, right? So this means you could be in menopause and still have too much estrogen. Oh boy, what about if you're on birth control? Oh my gosh. That needs to be a whole separate video because I have so much to say about hormonal birth control. But birth control is making you have more estrogen. So the thing is, too much estrogen in the body that isn't broken down and eliminated by the liver is going to program your fat cells to store more fat. And that is why a lot of ladies on birth control are gaining fat, because it's giving you too much estrogen than your body requires for hormone balance. So the more fat your cells are storing, the more estrogen they give out. So this creates estrogen in your body. Again, it just turns into this very, very, very crazy cycle. So it's a complex situation, but it can be corrected with the right strategy. And the correct strategy does have to consider your metabolism, your blood sugar, your sex hormones. And I want to assure you guys that you are far from alone. So the thing is, I want you guys to understand that hormones do interfere with fat gain. Calories in, calories out no longer works, because going too low in calories depletes the body of specific nutrients. Now, you still need to be in a slight caloric deficit. I will say that. You still need to be in a slight caloric deficit, but not a big caloric deficit, because you need to be getting enough of the nutrients that are going to keep your hormones functioning properly. Can fasting reverse it? Yes and no. It helps for my ladies who are coming at it from the perspective of having very strong issues with insulin. So if the main hormone that your issues are with are insulin dependent, yes. If it's more of the sex hormones, not necessarily. Does that make sense? So intermittent fasting is wonderful for helping to regulate insulin, but there is nuance around how it impacts the estrogen to progesterone situation. So what I want you guys to understand is, yes, you can lose weight when your hormones are out of whack, but you have to approach it from nutrient density. You want to be getting enough protein. You're going to be moderate in protein. You're going to be moderately high in dietary fats. You want to be on the lower end of carb intake, but you don't want to be no carb. So for example, I would say the types of carbs you can have that will still help you with this. You definitely want to eliminate the refined starches, sugars, grains, all of that. But you can definitely have low sugar fruit like blackberries, strawberries, raspberries, blueberries. Cruciferous vegetables are fabulous. Broccoli, kale, Brussels sprouts, cauliflower. Those are wonderful. Carrots are good. Squash is good. Butternut squash is good. Everything in the squash family is good. but you're going to be more vegetable dense. You're really going to be adding more vegetables, more red bell peppers. You want to be doing more leafy greens, kale, spinach, arugula, cucumbers. Like, you want to be adding just more veggies, but you also want to be adding more healthy fats. So I'm going to do a video for you guys showing you guys hormone healthy meal ideas, because I feel like you guys need to actually see what I'm talking about, because I think it's really going to help you. But for those of you guys who want a detailed meal plan, I do encourage you to get the Hormone Reset Protocol. It is a game changer. If you want to do a detox or do a cleaning, which one comes first to help you restart your hormone? The 21-day hormone reset is going to be perfect to detox the body. You will find that you are going to feel so much better. The first time I did it, I do it a couple times a year. I'd say I do it at least twice a year, just because it makes me feel so good. Has anyone here ever done my hormone reset? I know I have some ladies on here who have done it, but it just energizes you. It energizes you. That the first thing I notice is my energy is better. The next thing I notice is my cravings are gone. Like, the cravings, they're just not there. I'm full, I'm satisfied. Like, the bloating goes down, your gut goes down. The first time I did it, I think I lost 7 pounds. I think I lost 7 pounds the first time I did it, and that's only in 3 weeks. And I didn't even have 7 pounds to lose, if that made sense. Like, I might have had, I don't know. But, like, my point is, I didn't have a lot of weight to lose. I've had, again, I don't want to get you guys excited about the weight loss numbers. I've had clients lose 11 pounds on it. Like, again, it's not a low calorie plan. It is a nutrient dense protocol. It's a nutrient dense protocol designed to help support and regulate your hormones. So with that being said, my friends, there is a special right now. I just wanted to show you guys real quick on gaugelife.com for my hormone balancing supplements. And I'm going to let you guys know what they are, because there are some specials for Memorial Day weekend. All right, so we have a Hormone Reset mini bundle, which you guys can get for $50 off. Code MINI50. This whole bundle is $150. It's worth way more than that, but you guys can get this whole bundle for only $99. It comes with indole 3 carbinol. This naturally detoxifies excess circulating estrogens. So if any of you guys are dealing with hot flashes, painful periods, low libido, fatigue, just all the hormonal issues, painful periods, all of that stuff, this makes a really big deal. Magnesium glycinate, this is going to naturally lower your cortisol levels. This is going to promote deep, restful sleep. You want to take this one at nighttime. The vegan probiotic, this is going to get your gut health under control. You guys, this is very, very wonderful. And there's limited stock, so it's code MINI50. And again, we are on gaugelife.com. Now, the plant-based hormone reset bundle, you notice there's a lot of other products in here. So I have a lot of clients who have a tendency to do a little bit better when they eat a little bit more plant-based. This doesn't mean you have to go vegan by any means, but this protein powder is soy-free, grain-free, dairy-free, lactose-free, like all of those types of things. It's clean tasting, and it's in coffee bean flavor. It tastes wonderful, and it's very, very energizing. It comes with the fiber, which also detoxifies excess circulating estrogens. All of these supplements. With that being said, so if there are any concerns, any questions, please let me know. But I hope that you guys have a wonderful Labor Day, Memorial Day weekend. I'll be back. I'm going to be on here a lot more. So the last thing I'm going to ask you guys is if you guys could please just take 2 seconds to tap the three black dots on the bottom right hand of your corner and leave a thumbs up. Leave a thumbs up on this video. I would really appreciate it. And I hope this was helpful. Any more videos you guys want to see, content, questions, whatever, please let me know. And there's 1 day left to sign up with coaching for me. There is 1 day left to sign up with coaching for for the 42 Hard Challenge. And yes, there is FDA involvement in all of the supplements. So take care, everybody. Have a great day. Talk to you soon.